Welcome back to the second segment of the Loveland Report and Lone Ranger Show. We are the longest running real estate and mortgage show in the universe, and just enjoy giving you guys all this news. Bruce and I are in the trenches 7 days a week, doing mortgages and selling houses and managing people's investments, investment properties. And today I want to give you a couple listings. I got a bunch today, Bruce. I really got
These are Thanksgiving listings.
Here's a great one. I think this is one of the best buys around. $3 million on the Butler Chain. 3,500 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 4 bath, beautiful view. Sometimes on some of the lakes on the Butler Chain, you got to look through 30 cypress trees,
right?
And you can't take them out. They're protected. This house has a gorgeous view. It's on the Apopka Vineland corridor, 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, 3,500 square feet, beautiful remodel, like top-notch remodel. This house is 26 years old, but just went through what looks like a $300,000 or $400,000 renovation. Oh, awesome. Lakefront living, dock, pool, everything. Double masters, 4 bedrooms, 4 baths for $3 million.
Maybe you're a physician out there and you want a physician loan, 100% financing.
Yep. Are jumbo rates much higher than regular rates? No, just for requirements and more reserves needed.
Okay, close to the same.
You got a business in Lake Mary, or you got a business in Seminole County. You need a showroom. You need an office. I've got a beautiful office condo. Works as retail, work as doctor's office, karate studio, preschool, lawyer's office. 5,000 square feet for $1.6 million. In Lake Mary, right on Lake Mary Boulevard. Beautiful traffic location. Brand new. They are selling for much more than this. $1.6 million. It can be split into 2 separate suites. It's already built out for office space on one part. There's a cavernous space as a showroom. Cleve. I can't find that many realtors that want to work. I couldn't fill that up with enough realtors. A whole other problem, Bruce. We'll talk about that. And then I go to South Bay, by Bay Hill, 913,000, 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, 3,100 square feet with a tile roof. Beautiful property, Bruce. You walk in, there's double glass doors up front. The whole front's just glass. Looking out back, you got pocket sliders that go out to the pool area. You got a circular driveway out front. Awesome condition. Big mass, like oversized. It's 3,100 square feet, but the bedrooms are enormous. So 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, formal dining. It's got extra large closets, large laundry room. Laundry room's over by the master bedroom, which is a great idea. Where? This is in South Bay, just north, next to Bay Hill.
Yep.
3,100 square feet for $913,000. And we'll talk about, I got some more listings. We'll do those next segment. But I want to talk about right now, what's best for resale value. What would you think is best for resale value? Somebody's buying the house. That's the only time you set yourself up for resale.
Well, there's a couple of things. It depends on whether you're asking me about financial or you about condition.
What do you think condition?
First of all, I want you to drive up to my house before you even get out of the car and go, wow. Wow.
Yep.
That's the first thing. If you don't say, wow, I didn't do it right.
Yep.
Okay?
Exactly.
Now, does that mean you have to renovate the whole house and make it look brand new or no, you don't, but you got to get that.
You don't want it to look like a project.
You don't want a crappy looking front door. You want the entrance to be super nice. You want to pull up and go, wow, this house is nicely appointed with landscaping. And then you can get in and then you can go, well, you know what? The kitchen could probably use maybe some upgrades and a couple of bathrooms, and maybe I'd like to do some flooring. And then you can negotiate that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So that's the condition. When it comes to positioning it so that you can compete against the builder down the street, because you're not going to win if there's a builder down the street selling same size homes as you. You're not going to beat them because they're going to pay 25, 35 grand in closing costs.
Yep.
And they're going to give the client a rate buy down on top of that.
Yeah.
So how do you get yourself in position? Price the home right to where you're offering substantial closing costs and rate buy downs to keep their rate as low as you can possibly get it.
Yep.
You have to remember the number one issue with folks right now is payment and affordability.
Are you doing more like on our regular resale homes? Are you doing more just closing costs covered? Are you doing buy down points? Are you doing the temporary buy downs?
Clients, I'm doing I'll even mix a permanent buy down with a temporary buy down. So maybe we'll buy the rate down with 2 points and then we'll pay another 1.5 or 2 points to get a temporary buy down. That way I got a client that's starting in the 4s and then the 5s and then the 6s. And then by the time they hit the 6s, if they want to refi at that point, if rates are lower, then we can do it then.
All right. Now I wanted to talk about resale value too, Bruce. I want to talk about when you buy the house to set yourself up for more value when you sell, whether that's 3 years or 10 or 15, 20 years later, waterfront or a view. I think that's one of the best things you can do. If you're looking at homes and you're okay with the square footage you're getting, you might get a little less square footage on something like that. And then it's the quality. Are you on a pond Are you on a skiable lake?
Right.
Are you on a chain of lakes?
Big
All these things
difference.
come into play, and we help people with that.
Golf course.
Floor plan. If you see a single story you like, or maybe just a couple bedrooms upstairs, is that better than doing a big box that's 4,400 square feet with everything upstairs, or maybe the master's down and everything else is upstairs? So there's all these things that we help people with when they're doing that. And then also, what is an older house that's been renovated? What's the floor plan look like? Is there potential if you need more space later on? All these things come into play. And then when I help people when they're staging their homes, Bruce, I've got 50
point checklist.
I've got my 50-point staging checklist.
Unique to Cleve, Loveland, the
Yep.
50-point checklist.
And I just want to, this is the things you got to watch for when you're selling. And if you want to sell, let's say you're selling a $500,000 home. Well, hop onto realtor.com or hop on my website, pull up everything from 700 to 900.
Right.
And look at the sales in the past couple of months. Look at the inside of those homes and see what they were, what they look like.
Determine whether yours is positioned.
There's no more harvest
now
gold.
the pictures can be a little deceiving,
but you get an idea of the colors and the trends and the cabinets people are using. And you don't see much dark cherry cabinets anymore.
No,
you don't see the oak anymore.
Like the espresso.
And that's why I like looking at the builders models too, because they've got focus groups going around the country on what's hot, what's coming in.
Now white and gray.
Yeah, and white and gray. And I think the white and gray is going away. It's been around for about 15 years now. So they're going to start moving away from that. Or they're doing the islands one color, the cabinets are another. But all these things come into play. And I do this on my rental properties too, Bruce. I dress them up. Like if I'm renting out a house for $2,000, $2,500 a month, I check and see what's selling just above this price point.
I want my rental properties to be very nice so people like living there, because if you're a good landlord and you take good care of your house, you'll attract better
They'll
tenants.
also pay you more for it.
It's your phone number, brother,
and
man.
if you want information on how to do this for your house or set yourself up for resale value when you buy, you need help. You need to hire a buyer's broker. Call me 407-352-8118 or go to cleveloveland.com.
Yeah, or call the loan arranger for your financing, purchase, refinance, home equity line of credit, reverse mortgage, construction perm, renovation loan, you name it. I got it. I don't do personal loans. I don't do car loans, and I don't do boat loans. I don't do things like that. But anything to do with real estate, you got it right here, my friend. Call me at 407-250-9144 or go to webringyouhome.com. You got an adult child, adult grandchildren, help them get into a home. Help them get into a home.
Yep.
What better gift could you give them? What are you going to do? And here's what you and I see all the time. Somebody's going into assisted living, or somebody dies and they leave property and they leave it to their kids and they don't have a good trust. They haven't set up their trust.
Mm-hmm.
Get your trust set up. What happens? You got 4 kids
fighting over one house.
Oh my God. If you want to destroy your family when you're dead, then don't have a trust.
I deal with that all the time. There's always one kid that thinks the house is worth $1 million and he's not getting enough.
Or that Susie got the china and I've always loved the china and I should be getting that.
Yep. The other thing I've seen is I had a deal where there were 6 people and splitting the home, and it wasn't that big. And there was somebody that needed the money like tomorrow, and they literally took less than they should have gotten. Like my buyer got a great deal. Yeah. So those things can happen too.
Well, you got to look out for that. Call Cleve. He can help you with purchasing or selling your home, or he can help you manage your rental properties. 407-352-8118. Call the loan arranger for your financing, purchase, refinance, you name it. I got it. 407-250-9144 or webringyouhome.com. I'm a direct lender. I've been in the mortgage business for 35 years. Check out my reviews. They're 5-star, and I am going to make sure that I maintain that 5-star. Now, here's the thing. I'm finding that as interest rates start to settle, we're going to see more people jumping in the market.
Oh, yeah.
But it's going to hurt the first-time home buyer, but that's what they're all waiting for. So they're all waiting for interest rates to drop, right? And it makes sense. It's Bruce, doesn't it make sense that I would wait for rates to drop? Here's where it doesn't make sense. When rates drop, more people will enter the market. There'll be less properties, and sellers aren't going to pay your closing costs anymore.
Yeah.
They don't need to.
Yeah.
So don't wait for that.
Good example
Get into
of that.
a home now.
Good example of that, Bruce. I had one of my listings I advertised on the show. Great house in St. Cloud, priced well. I know how to price my listings. We were the best price pool home on half an acre, anywhere up and down that Narcoossee corridor in St. Cloud, Lake Nona area. And I got offers on it. I got multiple offers. We adjusted the price once, and I got multiple offers on it. I told all 3 agents I have multiple offers. If it was my buyer, I'd make it full price or above.
Sure.
But you know what happened?
What?
One agent, smart enough, They didn't go full price like I asked because I'm trying to get my
Mhm.
seller as much as possible, but they came very darn close.
Mhm.
The other two people still came in like 30,000 below list price on a $400,000 home. Excuse me, a $440,000 home.
Well,
And then they called me crying when I sent them notes that, sorry, we accept another offer that was much better than yours. And they wonder why. Now, those two buyers basically, and I spoke in length with both agents, both of them, I could tell the agents didn't know how to guide the client.
well, what happens is you have to look at that and go, how much would I have paid if, like, did I really want that house? What would I have paid? Because if you look back and go, I would have paid what he paid, I would have offered, then make that offer.
And here's the problem. If you see a $440,000 home, they are not selling for 410. So they are selling for 430,
Yeah, of
435.
course they are.
And so don't go in with a ridiculous offer.
Hey.
And so the fact that those agents let them write that up and wasted their time, that's, I think, the biggest drag on the market, Bruce. And I think you got to make sure you hire a professional realtor. Call me 407-352-8118 or go to cleveloveland.com. If your kids or your friends are bumbling around and haven't found a house, I can help them.
We can help. We can help. All right. So I was out last week visiting some Hardison Homes communities. I wanted to see what their product was because you and I had a closing with them. Wonderful closing. Cleve's client, he actually had the listing for the sale of their home and the purchase of the new construction. Now they were going to go to one of these, you don't need to put your house on the market. You don't
It's
need to
so
have
much
any
trouble.
shows.
It's so easy. Call us.
Yeah.
I got them 80,000 more.
80 grand more
Yep.
than you don't have to have a listing. You don't have to have
This is on a
anybody for your house.
$500,000 house. So
Now, I'm going to tell you something. Now that client's happy as can be. So I went out to Hardison Homes. I was out in the Eustis area, and it's just right on the other side of 19 where it goes over 441. And they've got townhomes in there, beautiful townhomes.
yeah,
In the 250s.
their plans are really neat. And these are not like, used to be, Bruce, like any townhome built in the past 20 something years, usually started around 1,400 square feet and went to 17. These are 17, 18, 1,900, 2,100 square feet.
And a garage.
Yeah.
And a garage.
Yep.
So listen, and they've got single family homes, some start in the 300s. They've got more townhomes down in Apopka. They've got single family residents, St. Cloud. They've got Eustis, Ocoee, and I think, is it DeLand or Deltona? I think they have one.
DeLand, right? Yep.
Yeah. And then we've got Trinity Family Builders that we do a lot of business with. We love these guys, and they've got communities throughout Central Florida, and they will also pay your closing costs. Hardison, you tell them the Lone Ranger, or you tell them that Cleve Loveland sent you. Better still, call Cleve and have his buyer's agent show you their property. We'll make sure we get everything we can.
One thing I want to mention, those townhomes they've got in DeLand, I think they start right around 300,000.
Right.
Great buy for college kids or somebody that wants to live close to, put the kids close to the campus. Yep, to go to Stetson. If you're thinking about a 1031 exchange, I got a client right now exchanging 2 old homes and buying 1 brand new house because he's tired of worrying about it. He's going to rent for about the same. He's resetting his tax basis, and he's doing a 1031 exchange to avoid that capital gains tax. If I just lost
you don't know what a 1031 exchange is, you just give us a call and we'll help you through it. We have a lot of strategies that we use. I have a client right now that owns a $800,000 house. They're buying another $800,000 house, but they don't even come close to qualifying. They went to their bank. Bank says, I'm sorry, your debt ratio is like 85%. I looked at it and I went, no, it's not 85%. I will convert some of your assets into an income stream. We closed it this week.
Nice.
Listen, Cleve and I will be back in 5 minutes with more of the Loveland Report and the Lone Ranger Show. You can reach Cleve now at 407-352-8118 or cleveloveland.com, or you call Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Ranger, 35 years in the mortgage business, right here in your backyard. You can call me at 407-250-9144 or go to webringyouhome.com. Do not go anywhere. Cleve and I'll be right back. Get some turkey.